really nasty people have been taking some really bad instructions from reptilians and others at the top of the Cabal Illuminati power structure, and they're human, and they're complicit in all these activities. And they need to be tried in a human war crimes tribunal. I would think that at least at this moment in time, that would have to be The Hague.
Right.
That's what my...
Right. Most of the information that I've been hearing is coming from Benjamin Fulford. And a lot of people are quoting him, saying that, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. But he says, keep an eye out for the rest on television.
It's. I would think that at this moment in time, the right multi-governmental authority would have to be The Hague, where they actually have done many of the war crimes tribunals. That's what my intuition would say.
Well, thank you, Tolec, and thank you for all you do, and let the guys know upstairs that we all appreciate what they do.
Thank you very much. I will pass on the sincere message of thanks. I'll do that. Thank you, sir. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Chris. I'm going to put you back on hold. The next caller I'm going to bring on the air is 818-818. State your first name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Shara. Can you hear me? And I'm calling from Southern California.
Yes, I hear you very good. Ask your question. Thank you.
Actually, to answer the other guy's question, Interpol is doing the arrest, along with the White Hats, various government people from the Pentagon, military, and that type of thing. That's who's doing the arrest. So, just FYI. My question is about the slide of the molten outer core, because I think I heard you, Tolec, speak on another interview saying that we're not going to have the massive destruction on the planet, and that we're not going to go to, either a star or completely having to leave the planet. So if this shift is going from, say 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, what's going to happen to us, and are we already going to be in fifth or fourth dimension and not have to be concerned about that?
Okay, good question. Multiple parts. I'll take each part one at a time. What I said was people will not have to die in order to evolve and become fourth dimensional beings. All right? Second, there will continue to be changes to this planet. This planet and its solar system are entering, and actually have entered, the galactic equatorial plane region, where there's a high level of highly erratic magnetic energy. There's also a lot of fourth dimensional energy there as well. There is fourth dimensional energy coming from what used to be Comet Holmes 17P, which is now a blue star emanating fourth dimensional energy to this planet and a whole lot of other places. So this solar system and this planet is evolving, and there will continue to be the Earth changes that we continue to see manifested in the form of earthquakes and other things. They will continue to happen. There's a section on page 1 of the Andromeda Council website called, I think it's Time of Transition, and you'll see described all of those changes, including the movement of the crust of the Earth from, if you will, a west-east orientation to a north-south orientation, like from 3 to 12. It won't happen all at once. The people in Andromeda Council have used their biospheres collectively. I'll use a metaphor. They've used kind of like tractor beam kind of technologies to slow the rate of change on this planet, but change will continue to happen. That's my full answer. I'm not aware of the nuances of the molten core part of it. I'm just not, but I've told you as much as I know.
Okay, and have you ever heard of us going into inner pods to inner Earth, to Argonthon, which I think Sheldon Neidl talks about? Do you know anything about that?
Here's what I know about inner Earth. I've asked them about a race of people living inside the planet. They've said, yes, they're aware of them. They know about them. They know that they are more highly evolved than we are because they don't kill each other. And they have more highly evolved technology than we do. That's as much as I learned in a 5-minute conversation with the commander of the biosphere about the people of inner Earth. They don't have any at least the Andromeda Council doesn't have any formal relations with the people that live in this inner Earth area that you're talking about. This is Sheldon Neidl of the Galactic Federation of Light. That's his.
Right.
That's his take on things. It's not mine. It's not something I can speak from knowledge about at all.
Okay. Do they have an affiliation with the Ascended Masters, like Saint Germain, Sananda, Archangel Michael?
No, I've never heard them talk about any. I've never heard them use any New Age kind of words describing Ascended Masters or names like you mentioned at all. They don't talk in those terms. They talk about the planets that are part of the Andromeda Council. They talk about the different races that they deal with, the fact that there are some third-dimensional people, mostly fourth, fifth, and some sixth-dimensional people, what their ambassadors are like. But I've never heard them talk in New Age terms about Ascended Masters. No.
Okay, well, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm happy to help however I can. Have a nice evening.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Sharon. I'm going to put you back on hold, and I just want you to know, Tolec, we're down to about 7.5 minutes. The next caller I'm going to bring on the air is 678. You're on the air. Give us your first name and where you're calling from.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call. This is Rhonda from Atlanta, Georgia. Tolec, thanks for all that you do. I wanted to know if there's any new news about the chemtrails, and I also wanted to know, were they using, I know it's multi-purpose, but I was wondering if one of the purposes was to prepare the planet for a new species.
In all honesty, I'm just not an expert on chemtrails.
Yeah.
I'm just not. But I will say that for anybody that's concerned about the progressive evolution of all of the beings on this planet, human, animals, etc., if you're on this planet, January 2014, everything that they've told me tells me that if you're here, you're going to become a fourth dimensional person, and it doesn't take. I'm trying to think of a word, but I'm losing it. It doesn't take any special kind of repetitious patterns or superstitious things. It can certainly help you to spend time with your family, love the people that you love, the people that you care about, be good to your friends, do things of goodwill to others, but this solar system and this planet are evolving. And if you're around on January 14th, y'all are going to become fourth-dimensional people. It's the destiny and evolution of this planet to do that. Back to the original question, I'm just not a chemtrail expert, so I'm sorry I'm not able to help you there.
Okay, and the Illuminati, they're answering to the reptilians. Is that who's controlling our planet?
Right, if you will, the head of the snake, the reptilians, the Draco, predominantly the majority of the Draco Hydra reptilians. As an example, this last base that's being taken out, it's run 80% by Draco reptilians, 20% by Hydra reptilians. The reptilians have been running things in the highest levels of power and government collectively on this planet for years. They are, if you will, the head of the snake. You cut off the head of the snake, and all the little puppets underneath will start to die off because there's no more support, there's no more infrastructure, no more commands coming from the top.
Right. Well, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm glad I'm able to help.
Thanks, Rhonda. I'm going to put you back on hold, and the next caller I'll bring on the air is 570. 570, state your first name and where you're calling from. 570, are you still there? It's your chance to talk to Tolec. Hello, 570, you're up.
Oh, I am?
Yes, what's your name?
Oh, sweet. Sorry, because I'm listening to it on my computer and my phone at the same time. So my computer didn't get it. So, all right, this is sweet, though. Thanks for taking my call.
What was your name?
All right, so my name is Logan, and I'm calling from northeastern Pennsylvania.
Okay. Fire away.
And Well, I mean, I'm still in high school, and, like, I'm, you know, trying to spread this kind of information to my friends, teachers, family, you know. A lot of people still think it's ridiculous, but, like, I totally embrace it all, and I really want to serve and be a part to help through all this, help the Andromeda Council, the whole 9 yards. So what is the best thing I can do as of now to become a part of this? What is the best thing I can do to help? Because I want to be there on January 1st, 2014. And believe me, I think that the soul is eternal. I'm not scared of death or anything like that. But I just really want to help. So what's the best thing to do?
Yeah. It's really a great perspective to have. I quite honestly, I commend you for your sincerity and your willingness to help. You know, this is a really interesting topic, and I could talk a long time about it, but I'll do my best to keep it brief. The best thing that you can do is the following. For people who are aware and or are awakening, if they are interested at any level, whenever they ask you questions, provide your knowledge, provide your collective knowledge at the same level that they are asking those questions. If they start to bump their own seeming knowledge level up, then answer in a more comprehensive manner. Because as everything that I've learned about spiritual law indicates, and there's an old saying that says, when the student is ready, the master or the teacher will come. And what that means is you can't provide an answer that's more complex or at a higher level than somebody who's at the 3rd or 5th grade. If somebody's at the 14th or 16th grade, you can provide an answer to that level. That's what it's about. So do your best to be aware of the level that people are asking questions, and answer accordingly to the best degree that you can. That's my complete answer.
Do you care if I ask one more quick question, or do you want to give everyone else a shot?
Well, go ahead. Ask a question.
Why do you think they picked you, Tolec?
Wow. I've had this question asked a couple times. I think it's a combination of a couple things. I think that ultimately this is what I was supposed to do.